afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my live. We're back. And of course, today, we will still continue to talk about the continuous decline, okay, the continuous downward trend of the approval and trust ratings, of course, by Vice President Sara Duterte. And this is very timely, and I would like to really focus on this matter as of the moment because this gives us an insight to the future result of the elections. Dali na mag-comment na kayo. Don't forget to like this video and of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell here on my channel so that you'll be updated every time that we go live. And gaya nga ng sabi ko, wait lang po. Let me just check the comments kasi hindi siya naglo-load agad-agad dito sa StreamYard ko. But anyway, maglo-load din naman yan mamaya. For those who have insights or kung gusto nyong maki-join sa discussion natin, please feel free to do so by typing your comments in the comment section. And of course, please feel free to engage. Ang ayaw lang natin dito ay yung mga ad hominems and name callings because we do not welcome that in our live. We do not welcome that in our live simply because we want yung discussion natin would be more focused sa issue rather than sa pagkatao or sa pagkakamali sa itsura ng isang tao. Because with that kind of discussion, we will not get anywhere, di ba? Wala tayong matututunan sa isa't isa. Kaya kung na-enjoy nyo yung ad hominem, yung usapang kalye, yung bardagulan sa kalye, doon na lang po kayo kay VP Sara Duterte nyo sumama. And I will explain to you why people really love the Dutertes, lalo na po yung mga tao sa marginalized sector of society, sa ating mga urban poor, because nga, they're very, kumbaga, they really use the language of the streets. Diba? Yung normal na usapan sa kalye, yung walang preno ang bibig. Yung lahat na lang ng pwedeng sabihin, lahat na lang ng mura na pwedeng bigkasin ay bibigkasin ng bunganga. So, that is why these people can relate to them. These people can relate well to them. But, of course, hindi ko naman nila lahat because there are also a certain group of them na kahit naman mahirap ang buhay ay may delikadesa pa rin naman. At marunong pa rin naman rumispeto. Diba? Hindi naman all basura ang lumalabas sa bibig. Hindi naman all mura and all pangungutya at pangmamata ng kapwa-tao. Diba? Happy All Saints Day, Madam PHCM. Ultimate Armand from the Embalming Center of the South. Embalming Center of the South ba talagang Cotabato? Bakit naman naging ganun siya? Hello, Sil! Madami Ali nag-unfollow ko sa'yo dati kasi masaya ako nakabalik ka na sa tunay mong tahanan. Yes, this is really home for me. Ito naman talaga ang bahay ko. Ever since the 2022 elections, when PRRD stepped down, I know that kailangan na ding lumipat ng bahay. Kasi nga, we supported the unity team, di ba, all together, braving the storm, braving all the bashing, and braving the fact that we lost some friends dahil sa kung gaano ka-toxic ang naging election natin ng 2022. Because we believe that President Bongbong Marcos Jr. Together with VP Sara Duterte would make the Philippines a better nation. That they would really create a bagong Pilipinas out of the framework also that PRRD already has set for us. And true enough, di ba sinabi naman ni PBBM na ipagpapatuloy niya ang magagandang proyekto ni PRRD. And yes, pinagpatuloy niya naman. Talagang tinupad niya ang kanyang pangako. Pero ito nga up to this moment, naguguluhan ako why along the way, itong si Sara Duterte ay nag-iinaso. Di ba? Why this vice president who's supposed to be there for us, helping our president build our nation, ay kung bakit siya biglang nabaliw ata, day. Natanggalan ng tornilyo. That's what I do not understand. And up to this moment, I want to know why, what went wrong. Kasi more than anything talaga, diba, I was there sa Duterte camp before. I realized na she's surrounded by so many people who are greedy. Yung may mga sariling interest. Yung hindi makabitaw sa kanilang mga hocus-pocus during PRRD's time. Because nga, iba na yung administrasyon ngayon. Those who cannot let go of the fact that they are not anymore in power. Sila yung naging greedy, sila yung nagpupush talaga to return to power. They saw a crack, a small crack, because in any administration, it's normal to have cracks as well. We don't have a perfect government. We don't have a perfect president. When they saw that small crack, they took that opportunity to go in and attempted to make that crack even bigger. Kaso lang, unfortunately, sa early days pa lang na nagplano sila ng ganon, sa early days pa lang, that they were trying to diminish the president, to destroy the administration, destabilize the government, nahuli na sila, nabuking na sila, so they were counter-attack. Diba? That's what really happened. They were counter-attack, and yung counter-attack, it's the kind that they never expected. Parang minaliit kasi nila ang kakayanan ni PBBM. Minaliit nila ang kakayanan ng mga Marcos. They really thought na because of his kind heart, because of his kindred spirit, ay hindi siya marunong mag-bite back. Hindi siya marunong lumaban. But as you saw over the past few months, simula pa last year, diba? VP Sara went head-on with them because of these ill advices na nakukuha niya sa mga taong nakapaligid sa kanya. Diba? And also sa pambubuyo din ni Amy Marcos. Diba? Ang galing din naman talaga kasi ni Amy Marcos, pumagitna, mambuyo, at gumawa ng eksena para din isa ikakasira ng kanyang kapatid. So these people, all these, kasi bakit siya nandyan? Bakit si Amy Marcos also pumagitna or gumagawa ng eksena being in the middle of the Dutertes and her family? It's because may ambition din siya. Diba? I really think and feel like may ambition din siyang maging presidente. And true enough, may mga chismis na lumabas, may mga chismis na kumalat, that it's actually her. Diba? It's actually her who did several hocus-pocus also to put her brother in a perilous position. Diba? Chismis na naman, hindi naman confirmed. But, of course, wala naman kasing balita, wala naman ako masahit na news article, but my sources, of course, my sources are from the inside. So, she really put her brother in peril, in a perilous position with some of her with her, yung kanyang mga patalikod na tira, di ba? Parang nakiisa na siya kay VP Sara Duterte kung paano tumira, di ba? I remember nga there was this one live during election days ni VP Sara. Magandang araw, Shani. I like how you talk and tackle dito. At least kalamat at maliwanag ka magpaliwanag. Di nakatayo. Sorry naman. Thank you, madam, for appreciating the way I talk. I talk like this because I want also everybody to understand the issue and also understand the subject matter. Kumbaga, every time that I open my mouth, I really make sure that I come in clear and hindi tayo maguluhan. That's why sometimes I take pauses to reconstruct the sentences in my head, to paraphrase it so that it would also serve you well. Because in my head, ang daming thoughts na sometimes I talk too fast and I apologize if I talk too fast. But you can always tell me, madam, dandahan lang, wait lang. You can always do that naman. Di ba? Mas maganda na that we learn from each other kasi naman magbatuhan tayo ng mga, di ba, kabastusan lang dito sa social media. Kasi naman magtawagan lang tayo, tawagin niyo akong baboy, bakla, di ba? Oh, anong bago? Anong eksena? Di ba? Instead of us calling each other names because we are not agreeing with one another, why don't you just also present an idea or an argument that we can discuss? Because we're open to that naman. As a matter of fact, on my other lives, there are people who are also providing their insights, some providing arguments as well to counter mine, which I recognize. Actually, I read it and discuss it here on my live. So I encourage everybody who's watching me to also partake in this discussion because I don't know everything and I'm not pretending to know everything. What I know is only limited to what I read online and the data that I'm able to stumble upon while doing my research. 'Di ba? So maybe some of you here are experts, more expert than I am in subject matters. So I would really appreciate it if you can also share your insights with me and the viewers as well with your kasamahang manood so that we can have at least kumbaga a wider scope in discussing these subject matters or in discussing these issues. And now my thumbnail, goodbye VP Inday, Sara, mag-decide ka na. Sige, let's jump into it. The reason being is that, alam nyo guys, if she gets impeached, which will probably be the case, siguro pinapahinga lang, kumaga papalagpasin lang natin ang 2025 elections. If there would be an impeachment case that will be filed against her, and if it progresses, and if she really gets impeached, VP Sara now can never run anymore for any public office. She's not anymore eligible to hold public office. That's why I think I'm seeing a possibility here of her resigning from her current position. Because the moment she resigns at hindi naman siya na-impeach, there is still a big chance for her to run for public office. Of course, except if ano siya, talagang ma-convict siya sa mga kasong isasampa sa kanya, then that would be another case. But between the resignation and impeachment, I think the better way for her is resignation. And then kung may mga kaso man siyang kakaharapin after resigning or after her resignation, she has better chances of actually winning it. Sa impeachment, if she really gets impeached, if there is really a case that will, gain traction against her and matuluyan siyang maitsapwera or matsupe sa gobyernong to, then that's the end of her political career, di ba? Miss Loriana Silverio, hello Miss Ellen Mariano, how are you? And this is where the survey part comes in. That's why I'm also discussing this again with you because the survey part will tell us also the voice of the people. A lot of them are saying na bayad naman to, hindi naman credible ang Okta research. But then, ang survey is still a survey. And no matter how you try to manipulate the results, it will also still give you an insight, at least an insight to the sentiments of the people. Kasi naman, even if you go out on the streets, gumawa ka ng kalye survey, manood kayo ng mga kalye survey vlogs, even if gumawa sila or if there are contents that does kalye surveys, they're saying the same. 'Di ba? Hindi na nila pinagkakatiwalaan si VP Sara. And hindi pa edited yung mga kalye surveys na yan kung mag-search kayo sa YouTube. If they go around asking people, hindi yan mga edited, talagang mga raw videos yan na tuloy-tuloy. They're saying the same thing. Na talagang no na. Wala nang tiwala kay VP Sara. And they really don't like the way that she talked about the late President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr., yung gusto niyang ipahukay, tapos itatapon niya sa West Philippine Sea. Even those who are, ang sinabi ko kanina sa inyo, even those who are really using the language of the streets, medyo na ano sa kanya na, wala namang delikadesa yon, wala namang respeto na pag ganon. I mean, di ba, nakatira kami malapit sa mga kanal, mabahong kanal, pero hindi naman ganon kakanal ang ugali namin. Di ba? Diba? So that's why, even if you go around on your own, kahit kayo, magtanong kayo sa mga kapitbahay nyo, kung sino ang mas pinagkakatiwalaan nila. Of course, wag kayo magtanong dun sa alam yung solid Duterte supporters. Magtanong kayo sa mga normal, ordinary people who doesn't really care about politics. Whom you know na wala talagang pakialam sa politika. Kung wala man silang, kung hindi man sila walang pakialam, very neutral sila, basta nabubuhay sila and basta nakaka-survive, nakakain pamilya nila. You go around and ask people like them kung ano na ang balita or kung ano na ang stand nila about VP Sara. And there, you will realize na, oh my God, iba na nga. Hindi na nga siya kagaya dati na talagang papalakpakan ng bawat Pilipinong kakilala mo ang vice presidente natin. Together, of course, with our good president, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. Diba? So it changed already over time. This started changing. The downward trend on her approval and trust ratings started when she went head on to compete. Okay. Oh, not really to compete, but to be critical of the current administration. When she started criticizing people in government, doon yung nagsimula yung pagbulusok niya pababa. Because the aggressor always loses, di ba? Kung ikaw yung aggressor and wala namang ginagawang masama or wala namang ginawang mali, itong tinitira mo, kagaya nga ni PBBM, then for sure na sure yan, people would see beyond your aggression. They would see what your real intentions are. And for this reason, alam naman na natin lahat and ramdam din naman ng bawat Pilipino kung ano talaga ang gustong mangyari ni Sara Duterte at ng kanyang kampo, di ba? Lalabas at lalabas talaga ang ugali at ang intention mo. No matter how hard you try to hide it, no matter how long you try to keep it inside, people will really see you in the long run kasi hindi mo mapipigilan. You will not have control over your emotions. You will not have control over your reactions. And because of that, people will start sniffing out the real you. Diba? They will start seeing your true colors. And once they see that, doon na nagsisimulang nawawalan na sila ng gana. Kasi kung sa una na paniwala mo sila that you are there for the country, that you are the vice president of PBBM who will always back him, who will always support him in his programs and initiatives, and eventually, kagaya nga ng ginawa ng VP Sara natin na tumiwalag at talagang kumalaban sa gobyerno, kumalaban kay PBBM, ngayon, siya na yung naging target, siya na yung nakita ng lahat ng tao. 'Di ba? Napunta sa kanya yung spotlight and now we are seeing who the Dutertes really are. 'Di ba? Represented by none other than, of course, the one who holds the second highest position in the land, which is VP Sara. Happy Friday, Miss V. Soriano, watching from Long Beach, California. Miss Marina Coloma, happy Friday. Richie 33, hello. That's why beauty. Sometimes I'm wondering how Sen Aimee can take all the bullshit from her friends. Sara, especially disrespecting her family, PBBM and Apolacay. How can she take it? Because she's part of it. She does not need to take it. She's actually part of it. Diba? Hindi niya yon kailangan tanggapin or hindi niya yon kailangan how do you call that? Hindi niya yun kailangang tiisin because she's actually part of it. Diba? Sabi ni Madam Peach, she cannot deny the fact that she's so immature in so many ways. Hindi biro yung posisyon na inako niya sa DepEd. Yes. Diba? She cannot because we see it. Dahil nga sa kawalan niya ng control, ng emosyon niya, ng mga reaksyon niya, hindi niya din mapigilang ipakita sa taong bayan. Hindi niya din mapigilang ipakita sa taong bayan ang kanyang totoong pakay. 'Di ba? Maybe this was not her original intention. Maybe this was not her original plan. But along the way, she was influenced by people na binubulungan siya left and right na pwede nila, mahina si PBBM, kayang-kaya mong i-impeach yan, kayang-kaya mong maging presidente. Baka ganun yung mga bulong-bulong sa kanya, naging ilusyonada ang gaga, nagkaroon siya ng illusions, ang illusion of grandeur niya that she can be president at a very early stage. Diba? Kasi, sino pa ba ang isa niyang nilalapitan? Si Gloria. What did Gloria do? Diba? She had Erap impeached. Naging presidente siya for 3 years. And then nanalo pa siya ng another 6 years, so 9 years as president. So maybe that was also their plan. Unfortunately, they really do not have that sphere, that big of a sphere of influence anymore. At na-miscalculate nila ang mga steps na gagawin nila. That's why, na ano sila, nabukayo, nahuli. Remember, nung may lumabas na issue na si Gloria, nag-plot ng impeachment kay House Speaker? Diba? Remember that? So it started from there. It started from there nung nagplano si Gloria ng ganon at nakarating kay House Speaker and nagkaroon ng rift between them. It was a very messy, moment sa loob ng House of Representatives. After that, doon na si Sara, doon na dinemote si Gloria, tinanggal na siya as Deputy Speaker, then ginawa na siyang House Minority MM, and then eventually nawala na talaga. Doon si Sara nag-react na tinawag niya si Martin na tambalos-los. Si House Speaker Martin Romualdez na tambalos-los. Ngayon, she did not gain anything from that. Diba? She did not gain anything, she did not gain any political capital from that. As a matter of fact, when she did that to our House Speaker, ang nangyari lang ay sumikat si House Speaker. Mas lalong sumikat si House Speaker, and now, kung medyo rockstar man siya, at that time, kasi mataas pa yung trust and approval ratings niya of calling House Speaker tambaluslos, ngayon, nagba-backfire na sa kanya yung ginawa niyang yon. Because, nagtuloy-tuloy siya. It progressed to an even more paano ba? More baliw version. An even more baliw version. An even more diabolical vice president. Diba? Na, grabe, pati bang kayo dadamay mo? And saktong-sakto to, it's November 1. I think, if she's really planning na hukayin, it's November 1, she can visit the grave and mag-start na siyang maghukay. Because, after niya maghukay, for sure naman, ang gagawin ng Pilipino ay siya yung ipapalit doon. Diba? Diba? More paranoid. Actually, hindi siya paranoid. She's overconfident, as a matter of fact. Diba? Misplaced bravery ang meron siya. Wala sa lugar. And wala sa tamang panahon at pagkakataon ang kanyang katapangan. Ang katapangan niya ay nakita natin, it only works for herself and it only serves her purpose. Diba? It only serves her own interests. It does not serve the nation. It does not serve the Filipinos. It only serves her own personal agendas. And nakita naman natin yun. Diba? Nung nagpa-press con siya, lahat ng lumabas sa bibig niya is yung tampo niya. Yung kanyang mga signs, mga red flags, diba? Parang mga red flags daw. Mga signs of insincerity. O diba? Alam niyo yung yung parang high school love affair. Diba? Pag na in love tayo in our high school days, may mga ganong term. Mga red flags, ay insincere siya. Ginawa niyang high school, guys, ang pagiging vice-presidente. Ginawa niyang parang parang relasyon lang, parang, alam mo yung bagong first time magka-boyfriend na babae. Tapos gano'n na yung mga chinichika. No. So anyway, I'd like to share with you this one. Yung actual na survey results. I'm not sure if we can zoom this in. Okay. So dito lang tayo mag-focus kay Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and of course kay Sara Duterte Carpio. So this is the trust ratings. Yung trust ratings lang yung papakita ko sa inyo. So overall, in the Philippines, nasa 69% ang ating presidente at nasa 59% na lang ang ating vice-presidente. Our president came from a 71% trust ratings. in the previous survey conducted by Okta Research. So, bumaba din siya by 2%. Bumaba din siya by 2%, but again, it's not that significant. Hindi ganun ka-significant ang binaba niya. So ngayon, ito naman, ang ating Vice President is 59% na lang. Galing siya sa, if I'm not mistaken, si Sara Duterte ay galing sa, wait lang, let us double check. From 65%. So that's a 6-point drop. So galing siyang 65%, and ngayon 59% na lang siya. So ano ba ang ano nito, ang significance nito? So let's go through the numbers. I hope I won't bore you. Sa NCR, mataas pa rin of course ang ating presidente compared to her. So at 47%. Sa Balance Luzon, 78 si PBBM, 43 naman siya. So this is just the Luzon area. Sineparate nila yung NCR because NCR is composed of many cities, making it a mega city. Okay, yung NCR is considered a mega city. So sineparate nila to because the numbers here in NCR, this is also a vote-rich area dito sa Pilipinas. And ito, sineparate nila. And then the rest of Luzon, 78% si PBBM, 43% lang si VP Sara. Of course, sa Visayas, 71% si PBBM, 63% si VP Sara. Dito nyo na makikita ngayon because as I've been mentioning, Mindanao is still a Duterte country. Kaya kung ang Mindanao naman ang titignan natin, nakikita nyo 95% pa rin si VP Sara bilang isang Duterte, and si President Marcos is only at 50%. Okay? So it's at only 50% si PBBM because this is the Mindanao area. And alam naman natin that Mindanao is still a Duterte nation. Hi! Tomas is watching. Palakpakan niyo naman si Tomas. Hoy Tomas, yung masalubong ko sa'yo. Hindi ko pa napapadala. Magkita na lang tayo sa next week. Natanong ko pa pala na tinamaan na holiday, tinamaan ng ano, alam mo yon. Hello, Miss AU. Jane Bayani. How are you? Marami ngayon tao sa puntod ni Apple kay Madam Ellie. Watching here in SG4. Talaga, that's really great. Ang saya naman pag maraming bumisita sa ating Apple Lakay, di ba? And wait for the next ano natin sa mga next natin na videos. And kasi parang may plan kami to go around the norte for Solid North para papakita namin yung Solid North kung ano kaganda doon sa norte. But wait for it. Ayoko mo nang i-preempt ito, but yes, definitely it will happen. So let's talk about socio-economic classes. Dito sa socio-economic classes, I'm trying to point tinuturo ko yung screen ko, guys. Feeling ko nakikita nyo every time na tinuturo ko. The socio-economic classes, so it's divided into 3 groups, the ABC, the D, and E. Ito yung ABC, from the upper class to the middle class. Yung D, ito yung lower middle class siguro to. And yung E talaga, yun yung mga nasa ano natin. Yung mga, yung E is our, what's a better term for them? Siguro yung mga underprivileged. Okay, so D and E basically are our underprivileged kababayans. So sa ABC, of course, mataas pa rin ang rating ng ating Pangulo at 73%, 69% naman for the socioeconomic class D, and 67% for class E. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, mas mataas si VP Sara kay Pangulong Duterte sa socioeconomic class E. At 73% siya. Bakit? As I told you, and this is so unfortunate, this is an unfortunate fact, na-enjoy pa rin ng karaniwang Pilipino, na-enjoy pa rin ng karaniwang Pilipino ang ating na-enjoy pa rin ng karaniwang Pilipino yung mga pagmumura, yung mga gutter language talaga. So, that's why at 73% sa Class E, doon pa rin talaga sila pumapalakpak sa mga Duterte every time nagmumura. So, enjoy na enjoy nila yung ganong klaseng pakikipag-usap, yung ganong klaseng lingwahe. And guys, unfortunately nga, tanggapin na natin, we are a third world country, mas marami po talaga ang population ng Class E. Mas marami po talaga ang voters na nasa Class D and E natin. And this is what we need to address as well. Because in the long run, if we do not educate our voters, lalo na po yung mga nasa Class D and E, because as of the moment, the way we educate them is we tell them this and that, we teach them this and that, but we are actually out of touch sa klase ng buhay na meron sila. We are actually teaching them something that they do not need as of the moment. Because the way you teach them is different from the way you teach those who can afford to send their children to school. Even if public school man yan or private school, iba po ang Class D and E. Ito yung mga talagang mga mahihirap. At ang problema at ang gusto lang nila sa buhay ay mabigyan ng pagkain or makapaglagay ng pagkain sa kanilang mga hapagkainan para mapagsalusaluhan ng pamilya nila. And the hungry stomach will always serve the master who provides them food. 'Di ba? The hungry stomach will always serve the master who they think can relate to them, who they feel like can understand them. And in this case, it is the Dutertes. 'Di ba? It is the Dutertes because ramdam na ramdam yung mga policies ni Duterte echoed across the streets, the alleys of the Philippines. In every corner of the Philippines, yung policy kasi ni PRRD during his time, ramdam ng bawat Pilipino. Mahirap man o mayaman, ramdam ng bawat Pilipino. But then again, ang pinag-uusapan natin is the daughter, who is Sara Duterte, who is very much unlikely to be her to inherit the bagsik of her father, 'di ba? So I'm not really sure kung makukuha pa rin ni Sara Duterte ang boses ng masang Pilipino in the next survey. I'm not sure if this will remain at 73% or if this will also follow the downward trend. 'Di ba? Kaya nga sila pinuntiryan ng mga Duterte, ang dali kasing ma-manipulate, sad to say. 'Di ba? Kita mo, so these are strategies that they use. These are strategies that are very effective. Again, sabi ko nga sa inyo, nandito man tayo, nagkakausap man tayo, but we are not the majority of the population of the Philippines. Hindi po tayo ang majority ng populasyon ng Pilipinas. Sad to say, ang majority ng populasyon ng Pilipinas are the D and the E's. 'Di ba? Do you agree? Yun naman talaga yun eh. Ang populasyon po ng Pilipinas, majority po yan, are the D and the E. So ngayon, if wait lang guys ha. Okay. So, yun yung reality natin. That's why, if we go back, are you still with me? Parang teacher, are you still with me? That's why, if we go back to the numbers, mas mataas ang trust rating ng Class E dito sa survey na to compared to President Bongbong Marcos, 67%. So, that is what's happening. 'Di ba? And so dahil mataas yung trust rating, ni Sara dito, mababa yung distrust rating niya and mataas yung kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. And then, yung undecided, syempre hindi sila nagkakalayo. But then that's basically the reason why these numbers look like this. Lalo na sa Mindanao area, of course, given na yan, and dito sa socio-economic class E. Bakit mas mataas si Sara Duterte compared kay President Bongbong Marcos? But in all other classes, A, B, C, and Class D, mas mataas pa rin naman po ang ating Pangulo, of course. So, ito na yung mga tao kasi na at least may access sa internet, they are well-informed, they're able to filter out information and to also have good judgment over what's happening. So, sila yan. So, ngayon, alam na ngayon ng mga Duterte kung ano ang effect ng kanilang kapalpakan, knowing na ganyan ang result ng survey. Most likely, they are thinking of other strategies on how to win back people. Yes, they are. They are definitely thinking of strategies on how to win back people. Unfortunately, it's not anymore PRRD who is the president. Kasi remember guys, hindi naman pwedeng ipamana ang tiwala ng mamamayan sa tatay at ipapamana dun sa anak. Because, remember, never inendorso ni PRRD ang unit team. Diba? He never endorsed the unit team. He never endorsed VP Sara as the vice president. As a matter of fact, ang nasa balita pa nun, si Bongo, sinamahan niya pa si Bongo mag-file ng COC for vice president. Diba? Sinamahan niya pa sa COMELEC to file for the certificate of candidacy for vice president at that time. Parang lumabas doon, si Bongo pa ang sinuportahan. And ito si VP Inday, she was really never supported. She was just really out of the picture. She was not part of it. Nagulat nga si PRRD nung nag-file na din si VP Sara ng candidacy niya, ng COC niya as vice president. And then yun, putok na, unity team it is. Diba? You remember that, Miss V. Soriano? So we really cannot say na susuportahan din ng masang Pilipino ang anak. Diba? If they love PRRD, maybe it was just for PRRD. Diba? Kagaya ko, I'm so in love with the thought na nanalo si PBBM and I'm supporting PBBM, but I'm not supporting Amy Marcos. Diba? Gets nyo? PBBM as a Marcos, yes. And my support is for PBBM. Hindi ko din naman nakita or naabutan na si President Ferdinand E. Marcos, si FEM. But PBBM, yung lagi akong in the now. I live in the now. I always focus my energies on what is today, on what is now. Diba? So, yun yung sinasabi ko. I support PBBM, same logic as I do not support Amy Marcos. Same siguro that these people are supporting PRRD, but then again, yung mamanahin ni Sara yung support, I don't think so. I think she needs to work hard for that support, for that trust na ibigay sa kanya ng taong bayan. But unfortunately, with her pronouncement, with what is happening now, ang nangyayari ay bumubulusok pababa ang trust ratings niya. Bumubulusok palalo pababa ang mga nagtitiwala sa kanya. 'Di ba? And now people are starting to see all the kagaguhans. People are starting to see all the what do you call this? All the scandals that happened when she was DepEd secretary and as vice president. Kasi nabubuklat na sa masa, nabubuklat na sa taong bayan. Where is their money going? And that fund, yung confidential fund, really took a big hit on her kasi hindi niya ito nasagot ng tama. Even the budget hearings when she was asked to present, hindi niya din ito nasagot ng diretso. 'Di ba? Even if the case is already at the Supreme Court, hindi niya pa rin nasagot ang mga basic na katanungan. When everybody demanded from her that she tells us where the money went and where it was spent. Kahit general statement, hindi siya nagbigay, hindi siya nag-issue, naging bitchesa siya doon, naging baratinela siya doon. She had so much pride in her, thinking that she does not owe us any explanation. Diba? So this is really what affected the survey results. The way she faced the committee during the budget hearings and the way she conducted herself in those hearings. Naramdaman po to ng class A, B, C, and D. Unfortunately, sabi ko nga sa iyo, si E, wala namang mga pakialam yan. Basta nabibigyan niya ng ayuda, nabibigyan niya ng pagkain, nabibigyan ng makakain ng pamilya, wala din naman yan sila mga, most of them, wala naman na yung pakialam sa internet pa. Hindi din naman sila makikita dito sa social media. 'Di ba? So, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is our way, just so we understand the survey. 'Di ba? What the survey means. So now, this is the news. This is an updated news, updated just today by the Manila Times. So ang ang headline nito, Duterte ratings dip again. Ayan, November 1, 2024. So the trust and performance ratings of Vice President Sara Duterte slid significantly in the third quarter of 2024, while the ratings of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Senate President Francis Escudero, and Speaker Martin Romualdez remained stable. The latest poll by Octa Research showed. In its tugon ng masa survey conducted from September 4 to 7, Duterte's trust rating slid by 6 percentage points from 65% in the second quarter to 59%. So 6 points ang binaba niya. While her performance rating declined by 8%. Ang laki niyan. Ang laki ng 8% from 60% in the same quarter to 50%. Duterte's trust ratings declined in all the regions and socio-economic classes except in Class E. Okay, except in Class E, which increased from 68% to 73%. And in her bailiwick, Mindanao, which remained steady at 95%. Of course, Mindanao, bigay na natin yan sa kanila. It's really a Duterte nation. It's really a Duterte country. She suffered, dito sa NCR, she suffered a 13-point drop. Ang laki ng tinalo niya. From 60% to 47%. A 9-point drop in balance of Luzon from 52% to 43%. A 12-point drop in Class ABC from 64% to 52%. And a 7-point drop in Class D from 65% to 58%. So basically, guys, ang laki ng tinatalo niya. Usually kasi, kung bababa man yung trust and approval ratings, historical data would show kung wala naman talagang masyadong malaking issue or masyadong malaking iskandalo na kinasangkutan, it would just usually drop by, over time kasi it would really drop. It's just PRRD during his time talaga na-maintain niya yung high approval and trust ratings. Ganun siya kagaling. But then, syempre, si PRRD yun, ibang usapan kapag anak niya na. Ibang usapan pag si Sara Duterte na. So, ang nangyayari dyan, usually, nagda-drop lang yan by 2 points, 3 points, maximum 4 points, masakit na yon. But ito kay Sara Duterte, 6 and 8 points, ang lala nito. Her performance ratings also suffered among key regions. Nag-major drop siya sa NCR, nag-major drop din siya sa Balance Luzon. Sa NCR, 12-point drop, 11-point drop. And sa Visayas, of course, 6% na drop lang kasi naman, as you all know, Bisaya, hindi naman sila ganun ka talagang magda-dive down. But majority of the survey probably was conducted in the area of Cebu, in Panay, kasi doon talaga medyo iffy na sila towards Sara Duterte. Even Bacolod, medyo iffy na. Where I am from, my hometown, medyo iffy na kay towards Sara Duterte. Kasi nga, yung kabastusan niya, hindi niya na ilalagay sa lugar. Ito, the survey period coincided with OVP's budget hearings, where Duterte evaded questions regarding the use of her confidential intelligence funds, which led to the deferment of her office's proposed 2 billion budget. So, slinash ng House leadership yung budget na to 733 million, the same level it had in 2022. So, kay PBBM naman, statistically unchanged from 71% to 69% within the margin of error pa to. So, this is very acceptable and understandable. While his performance ratings also dipped from 68 to 66%. So, ang iba, baka ang iba dyang mga nasa kabilang parlor, iti-twist yung story. But again, you have to remember na kahit anong twist nila ng story, this is still, yung kay PBBM na trust ratings is still within the margin of error ng survey. Because the margin of error of this survey is plus minus 3%. Okay? Ano to? Nagfo-focus ang mga Duterte sa mga mahihirap kasi sila yung mga walang alam sa nangyayari sa bansa natin. Kaya madali sila mauto. That's true. That's true. Hi, Mami Siding. Mama Siding, thank you. Sabi ni Kuya Jay kung akin, 0 na talaga siya. Done, like, and subscribe. Thank you, Mama Siding. Cheryl, St. Mary, good noon to you. Hindi pa ba kayo nabobore? Puros numbers na nasa harap natin. I'm really sorry kung puros numbers to. I hope I'm not boring you. I hope you understand also. You're welcome, Richie. So anyway, so again, ulitin ko, what does this mean? Sorry, I have to answer that. Just go on, Madam Ellie, para malaman ng iba na hibang pa rin ngayon ang mga Duterte. Sabi ni Miss Stress. Hi, Miss Nelly. Welcome, welcome. Going back. Nasaan na tayo? Going back. Wait lang, naghahang kasi yung computer ko. Ano ba nangyayari dito? Masyado ng maraming laman. So anyway, let's go back to the topic. So these surveys are very important because it will give us an insight kung downward trend na ito, there is a really big there should really be a big event that must happen in order to make this downward trend or to reverse this downward trend. Actually, to neutralize. Remember the word neutralize? To even just neutralize it and gawin siyang flat line, medyo mahihirapan na sila doon. What more kung i-upward trend pa nila? And because the Filipinos are slowly losing trust and confidence sa ating Vice President, at dahil kagagawan din naman niya ito, wala naman siyang ibang masisisi, it's just all her, mukhang mahihirapan na si VP Sara to actually win the 2028 elections. If ever she's running for president, or if ever should still be eligible to run for president in 2028, mukhang mahihirapan na siya. So ngayon, as of the moment, let us start thinking already on who would be the next best bet for president sa 2028. Kung ayaw na natin kay Sara, if this will really continue and will really spiral downwards even more, let us now start to think about who to vote for president in the 2028 elections. So ngayon pa lang, itong mga current na nakaupo, current na nasa posisyon, dapat magpasiklab and magpasikat na sila sa atin. 'Di ba? Dapat talagang gumagawa na sila ngayon ng paraan para mahalin sila ng Pilipino para pagkatiwalaan sila at bigyan sila ng tiwala ng mamamayang Pilipino, ng sambayanan. So now we have to decide and we have to keep in mind that what we think, our opinions, is not also the opinion of others. It will never be the opinion of others. Kaya let's keep an open mind also in asking our friends, our neighbors on who they think would be the next president after PBBM. Kung sino yung deserving. We don't know yet. It's 3 years down the road pa in 2028. Wala pa tayong clear na nakikita who would run for president. But ngayon, bantayan na natin yung bawat opisyal. And in doing so, dahil kailangan nilang mag-perform for us, in doing so, makikita din natin yung mga kapalpakan, yung mga kagaguhan ng mga taong to. Diba? If there would be. And as early as now, makikita na natin kung magiging magaling o mabuting pangulo ba sila ng bansa after PBBM. Diba? Correct me if I'm wrong, hindi OA cover yung kanyang meltdown ng October 18, right? So expect na bababa pa yan. No, hindi pa siya covered kasi ito, na-cover pa lang ng survey yung effect ng kanyang budget hearings. Yung effect pa lang ng budget hearings. The survey was conducted between September 4 to September 7. Hindi pa siya nag-tantrums nun. Diba? The survey was conducted between September 4 to 7. Hindi pa siya nagtatantrums nun. Wait lang, let me get this. Gumawa naman siya ng kasiraan, yes. So siya naman yung may kagagawan talaga ng lahat ng to. And she cannot really blame anybody for this misfortune that she is experiencing right now because this is all her doing. This is something that she should take full responsibility for. If meron man siyang na-disappoint, if meron mang mga nagtitiwala at sumusuporta sa kanya na na-disappoint niya, this is really not a good way to go about this, to do this. Hi, good day, Miss Esmelinda Sarandi. May nag-comment dito, Sara for president daw sa 2020. Hindi ka nga sure kung makakatakbo eh. So anyway, no to Duterte, Miss Maria Luisa Mendoza. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I will have to end this live because I have a meeting. So magkita-kita ulit tayo later sa late night live. So magkita-kita ulit tayo later. Thank you all for joining me today. Bye everybody. See you later. Late night live.